Yeah. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know who it is, man. It's your boy Pharaoh the guy. Always on the job. I got five. Let's talk. And as always, it's real talk. Raw talk. Y'all know it's that time again. To tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell another friend. Share, like, and subscribe. Don't hide. Them buttons ain't got no teeth. So y'all go ahead and reach, support the channel, support your boy, and above all, man, support the movement. Um, got my page back again, man. Y'all know, stay getting the page took. There's a lot of things going out there right now that I have to shy away from at the moment. Due to like certain agendas or certain things can't be talked about right now, so it is what it is, man. Today's episode, we have the NBA indictment is being talked about a lot. We know the names that's in it, you know, head coaches, ex-players, current players. But there's an aspect of this that we don't know about, that we don't see. We're going to get into that today. And before we get into that, I want to send a shout out to Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson. You know, they are in the spectrum or in the algorithm to where they can still speak of what they need to speak about. So, you know, for those that don't know about who Candace Owens is or who she really is, she's one to tell the truth. Even if it's at her own demise, I feel she would tell the truth. Tucker Carlson is another one. It's a good dude, man. A dude that believes in America. And I'm gonna leave it there. We've been seeing a lot going on with this NBA indictment. Play this clip for you guys.
Before New Skechers Aeroburst or after New Skechers?
Big names in the NBA among more than 30 people arrested in connection with federal investigation into sports betting and illegal gambling. Eyewitness News reporter Tim Caputo is here now with what we have learned so far. This is a big one.
It is, and it involves the Lakers, kind of indirectly. I'll explain in a second. This announcement comes just as the NBA season was starting, and not only involves a current coach of the Portland Trail Blazers who's accused of being part of a rigged poker game involving mobsters in New York, but in a separate indictment, a former unofficial Lakers assistant coach accused of leaking injury reports to gamblers so they could bet big against the Lakers. Hall of Fame player Chauncey Billiups, one of 31 people arrested for allegedly taking part in illegal poker games where the outcomes were rigged. Billups, according to this indictment, was what they called a face card. a former NBA player who could recruit people with deep pockets to join the poker game and distract them when the house cheated, and in return, Billups got a cut. Check this out here. The indictment alleges they used sophisticated technology to cheat, like that X-ray poker table you were looking at where you could see everyone's cards. The Department of Justice claims since 2019, this operation netted more than $7 million in profit, stealing from poker players who didn't know they could not win. In another indictment, a former player and coach for the Lakers, Damon Jones, who was connected with the team for a couple of years, is accused of letting bettors know players like LeBron James were hurt and not going to play before the injury report came out so they could bet big against the Lakers.
The first indictment involves 6 defendants. This scheme is an insider sports betting conspiracy that exploited confidential information about National Basketball Association athletes and teams.
Terry Rozier, who has played on several teams over the course of his NBA career, the only active NBA player named in this indictment, also accused of letting bettors know he would be injured and leave a game early. He did not play last night in the Miami Heat game. So the NBA releasing a statement this morning about the arrest. It reads in part, "We are in the process of reviewing the federal indictments announced today. Terry Rozier and Chauncey Billiups are being placed on immediate leave from their teams, and we will continue to cooperate with the relevant authorities. We take these allegations with the utmost seriousness, and integrity of our game remains our top priority." Now, the NBA Players Association also releasing a statement this morning in regards to these arrests, saying in part the integrity of the game is paramount to NBA players as well, but so is the presumption of innocence. A lot happening today. We know Billups is scheduled to appear in a court later this morning. Live in the newsroom, Tim Caputo, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
All right, Tim, thank you.
Now that's Channel 7 News here in Los Angeles. And you gotta pay close attention, because if you don't, you're gonna miss some of the things that they got going on. You have to pay attention to what's going on.
If you were ever groped, inappropriately touched, or assaulted while riding in an Uber or Lyft, you may be entitled to up to $500.
Absolutely, I think he was trying to, get ahead of the fire a little. The Finals MVP, a head coach, and you're working with the Italian mafia on poker games, helping them over the years win $7 million. Think about that. Imagine you're Terry Rozier, you decide to step out of the game 9 minutes into it, and then that's one of the ways, I just don't feel like playing. He just steps out and goes out and, is stepping out of the game to help a friend win the game. Rob, do you have the clip of Cash Patel announcing this?
Yes.
So here's how it started, the bombshell, and then we're going to go to Tim Downey here in a minute. Go ahead, Rob. Play this clip with Cash Patel.
Individuals such as Chauncey Billiups, Damon Jones, and Terry Rozier were taken into custody today. Former, current NBA players and coaches. What you don't know is that this is an illegal...
What you don't know is the faces of the Italian mafia that masterminded this whole thing. Let's be real here. Let's be real. That's the only thing missing from this indictment. We keep hearing, oh, the Italian mafia was part of it. Oh, the NBA and the Italian mafia gambling sting. Where are the Italian mafia members? That's what I want to know. They say Chauncey Billiups was the face to bring in more players. So who was the face of the Italian mob that approached Chauncey Billiups? Because it wasn't Chauncey Billups' idea. You think Chauncey Billups is going to spend all his money to go buy some high-tech equipment and start a gambling operation? No, he's not. No, he's not. Somebody would have to be willing to put up that type of money. And who has that type of money? The Italian mob. We keep seeing Chauncey Billiups and Prozier, whatever the hell his name is. We keep seeing all these people, the players of the NBA. We keep seeing the players of the NBA, but we ain't seeing no criminals from the Gambino organization. And no, none of these other organizations that could or allegedly involved. It's an Italian mafia. Peace to the guys, peace to the mods. Hey, yer. You know, earlier we was having a little bit of technical difficulty. So, you know, I had to wait till later to switch it up. But peace to the mods, man, always showing up, man, showing out, man. Salute, Kai. Let's talk about it, man. We see that every time this indictment comes up or news about this indictment comes up, we keep hearing Chauncey Billups. We keep hearing Jones. We keep hearing Prozier. Where is the Italian names at? Man, they had my page, man. They took the page for a minute. I was talking about, the juice. And, you know me, man. I don't shy away from the truth, man. You know what I'm saying? But now they doing some trickery at YouTube to where they doing some I'm circumventing, meaning I know the policy and I'm getting around the policy. So they giving me strikes for that. You know, they striking my page, giving me warnings. And it really is just because I was talking about the Jews, you know what I'm saying, things like that. They said it was hate speech. And I could get it if you want to go that route. You know, you could take it and flip it like that. But it is what it is, though, man. You know, this the podcast, you know what I'm saying? We keep it fair like a California bear, man. We got a right and a left. You do something wrong, we gonna put you out there. You feel me? And that's just what it is. Man, you know what though? Being honest and getting off topic a little bit, but being honest, I'm not surprised, man. And you know the reason why I'm not surprised, because if you go back and you look at Benny, the way he was on camera, pay attention. He tries to act hard. You know, he does the thing, right? But then he's also timid. He's real timid in his interviews. And, you know, it's like something happened for him not to be all the way comfortable being a gangster. And, you know, I'm not surprised, man. A lot of them dudes, y'all gotta understand when it comes to this underworld, man. These dudes is getting hit and being tricked out of the spot by these people that's saying that they gonna give them 500 years. But my thing is, man, you know, you shouldn't have done it. You shouldn't have done it, man. And that's just that. It's bad, but that's also what I tell people, that they gotta understand that ratting is a part of the game, bro. Snitching is a part of the game. And it's just a part of the game that a lot of people in our culture don't utilize that. We look down on that part of information, of devolving information. We don't look, you know what I'm saying? We the only race. Shout out to Renegade Media, man. A lot of people be mad at him on YouTube, man, because he puts in his thoughts and, you know, but he talks about you know, the prison system and what goes on. And you know, Mexicans are allowed to snitch on blacks. Every race, their people does not look down upon them for telling on blacks. Blacks is the only ones, and I'm not saying this to people that are like, yeah, go utilize snitching. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm not saying that. But I would be a damn fool to sit up here and think that, you know, and to believe that snitching is not part of the game. If it wasn't, people wouldn't be utilizing it. So that's how I feel. But man, you know, dudes rap, man, you know, I mean, look at Al Sharpton. Look at Al Sharpton. Look at the shit he done did. You know, people got to stop being surprised that these people be telling. These people be doing funky shit. I'm going to cut this camera off because I'm finna smoke. I don't be wanting them to have nothing to say right now. You know, I just got the page back, y'all. So, yeah, man. It is what it is. It's just like what's going on with the NBA. Everywhere you turn on the news, you see Chauncey Billiups, you see black faces. You don't see no Italian faces, but yet they keep saying that it's a gambling indictment that involves the Italian mafia. And they say that Chauncey was the face of the NBA to get other players involved, no questions at all, right? So who was the mastermind that got Chauncey Billiups involved? Who is the person? You want me to believe that Chauncey Billiups just bought all this high-tech equipment and the Italian mafia don't got nothing to do with it? Where's the faces of the Italian mafia? Why they don't keep blasting them every time they talk about this scheme? Why? Because they want you to believe perception is everything. Perception ain't everything, because what you are perceiving is that Chauncey Billups and the niggas in the NBA is running a gambling scheme, when that's farthest from the truth. It's partial to truth, but what about the other 50%, the big wigs? This is just like the crime that goes on in everyday black neighborhoods. People that peddle dope go to jail for longer sentences than those that are bringing in the drugs. Why are not? It's the Italian mafia. These people have been decaying American society for decades. The government used them in finding out Scorsese. You know, y'all gotta know. It was cool when the government used Scorsese to go down there down south and find out who killed them civil rights people. It was cool to use the American Italian mafia or the Italian mafia to go scare people into voting. It was cool then. People have to understand the reason why these type of people are not being exposed. Because if you expose the masterminds of the scheme, you expose the thread of American culture. And I'm not talking about black culture. I'm talking about American culture. American culture is raw. You open up that book, you liable to throw up because of the raw American culture that it has. Everybody been infested by the colonizers. Jewel King says, What I don't understand is they come in heavy on black men, but the mob is behind this. But they don't talk about the mob. Facts. That's what I'm speaking about, King. Is that if it's an Italian mafia, American Italian mafia scheme going down, where is these people at? It's crazy how they do that now. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Boom. Yeah, that's crazy. But this is why, this is like, and the reason why the title is Blacks versus Italians, because if we go back into history, into the criminality of blacks and Italians, if you look at Bumpy Johnson, the Queen of Harlem, a lot of these people took care of their communities. Yeah, a lot of these people got rich. They received more wealth than they gave out. But what was the Italian mob doing to the black mafia in Harlem? What was they doing to Bumpy Johnson, the Queen of Harlem, Frank Lucas? The niggas that didn't fuck with him, what did the Italian mafia do? They snitched on him. How is that black mafia entity no more, but the Italian mob is? That's what I mean when I say black versus Italians. Don't nobody care about snitching on no black people. And I don't feel sorry for Chauncey Billiups. I don't feel sorry for none of the players involved. They got what the fuck they deserved. They took advantage of a situation, they took advantage of an addiction. Imagine somebody coming into your house, knowing your family addicted to crack, and putting and just sitting in your house selling your family crack all day. You ain't gonna like that. You ain't gonna like that. No, you're not. So, if I can't do that, I'm blaming Chauncey Billiups the same way. You know people have an addiction to gambling. People commit suicide over gambling. People die over gambling debts from the mafia. You know this, Chauncey Billiups. So you set up an illegal gambling ring to go after people within your realm? To go take money from people that have an addiction? That's the same thing as dope peddling. If you selling dope to people that got an addiction, you're a bad person. If you selling gambling to people that got an addiction, you're a bad person. I don't feel sorry for them niggas. I don't. I don't. And this is the reason. Listen to what this dude says, and it's real. He may be talking shit or whatever, but what he's saying is real. Listen.
Imagine you're making $26.6 million and you're more excited about a $200,000 payout, and your name is Terry Rozier. Imagine you're Chauncey Billiups, a finals MVP, a head coach, and you're working with the Italian mafia on poker games, helping them over the years win $7 million. Out of the game 9 minutes into it, and then that's one of the ways. I just don't feel like playing. He just steps out and goes out and,
Hey, can y'all hear me? Let me know if you can hear me, King. Let me know if you can hear me, Mike, because somebody just called in and it went out. Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me? All right, bet. So let's finish hearing what he said.
Imagine you're making $26.6 million and you're more excited about a $200,000 payout, and your name is Terry Rozier. What? Imagine you're Chauncey Billups, a finals MVP, a head coach, and you're working with the Italian mafia on poker games, helping them over the years win $7 million.
Imagine this. Imagine a world where the fruit of your labor, meaning the shit that you built up, you're able to enjoy now. You're getting money, good job, and you're more worried about getting paid from the Italian mafia. How dumb does that sound? That's why I have no sympathy. No sympathy. You overstepped your authorities. You overstepped your bounds. You are getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars a year to do what? Tell a nigga, get out there and dribble that ball. To get out there and shoot the ball, nigga, and you would rather throw it all away and work with the mafia. This is the same shit I said about Young Thug. Imagine buying a house and then having all the cash that you own and go right upstairs to the top floor and throwing it out the window. Because that's what these niggas just did. They just threw away all their money. And then now you got to go in further, because now they got to ask them niggas for information. Who was it? You know what I'm saying? Who was involved? Who was this? Niggas is gonna snitch. They gonna snitch because they civilians. You heard what the Gilbert Arenas said. So now, could it possibly be that NBA players or ex-NBA players are gonna start coming up dead now? Because of the buffoonery that they did? Fuck. Facts, still doing dumb shit.
Think about that. Imagine you're Terry Rozier, you decide to step out of the game 9 minutes into it, and then that's one of the ways. I just don't feel like playing. He just steps out and goes out and, is stepping out of the game to help a friend win the game. Rob, do you have the clip of Cash Patel announcing this?
Yes.
So here's how it started, the bombshell, and then we're going to go to Tim Downey here in a minute. Go ahead.
Let's get this straight. What they are saying, Chauncey Billups and Rozier committed crimes. They committed crimes. They are 100,000aires at least and millionaires at best. Either way it goes, 6, 7, nigga. What mom say, 6 of one, half a dozen, it don't matter. You are well off. You are well off. You can have an addiction to where, or you can, but you still chose to get in bed with the mafia. Oh, I'm different. NBA players snitch on the Italian mafia. What y'all think? I think they is. I think they gonna snitch. Niggas is facing jail time, bro. Niggas is facing jail time. And they gonna make an example out of these niggas, Chauncey Billiups and Jones and Rosier, or however the fuck you say his name. They gonna make examples out of them because time and time again, the masterminds when it comes to black criminality are never held accountable. Never held accountable. We know that it's Italian mafia workers with inside this gambling scheme, but we not hearing nothing about them. We hearing about these 2, 3, 4 idiots, 6 idiots. But what about the Italian mafia? They gonna scare them for sure. They gonna scare them for sure. Because you gotta think, man. Within that American Italian mafia entity, within that entity, they need some people to be scapegoats. They need somebody to hold the sins of the Italian mafia right now. That's what that's where the word scapegoat is. Look it up. It comes from the Judaism. They, you know what I'm saying, send a goat out into the forest or out into the desert, and they're supposed to carry on their sins. That's where the word scapegoat comes from. The Italian mafia has to give up some scapegoats right now. Are them scapegoats the masterminds of what just went down? By far. By far. Will the government put belt to ass on this investigation and take down and get information on other shit on the mafia? I don't think so. But, you know, you got to think of it, man. The NBA, you know, they knew what was going on. They probably mad because they found a way to win outside of the scheme that the NBA already had going on. So they didn't like that. We gonna throw the Italian mafia in there. You feel me? Razzle dazzle everybody. And give these niggas all the football numbers. Because for sure they finna be banned from NBA. For sure he's gonna be banned from ever coaching again. Now he might get stripped of Hall of Fame. For what? To pay the Italian mafia a percentage of everything? Nigga, blacks are always being the face of crime, and it's despicable. It's despicable, man. That notion is old, bro. That notion is old. Like, oh, you know, this is what crime look like. Nah, nigga. The Italian mafia got a Caucasian face. Put that motherfucker on the news. Stop scaring everybody that nigga blacks is, oh, they out here scheming and swiping and scamming. Niggas is bringing that to the community, bringing that to black people, and then black people are taking the fall guy for this shit. Like I said, Chauncey Billiups ain't put up all that money. He wasn't the mastermind of that whole operation. And if he was stupid. Niggas abuse their authority and then want to cry foul, bro. These rappers, Lil Durk, rap about killing niggas, putting money on niggas' head, sending the niggas to slide. Then you want to cry about somebody snitching on you? EBK J-Bo in jail. You want to cry? For what, nigga? You did this to yourself. You had the money to get the fuck out the way, and what you do? You stayed right there. Where'd Chief Keef at? Where King Von at? Where the fat producer? Yeah, he might be crazy, but he free. He ain't dead. Where G Herbo at? All these niggas got out the way. Got out the way of going to jail for things they could be blamed for or get caught up in. Picture having $1 billion and you want to SA people. Diddy. I have no sympathy for motherfuckers that abuse the luxury of life that they have. I can understand, nigga, you broke, nigga, you made a gambling ring, nigga, you trying to get paid. All right, cool. But nigga, you got millions of dollars, nigga, off of a legit job. And you think I'm supposed to be like, yeah, bro, go, nigga. My first thing would be, bro, you know what they gonna do when they catch you? They gonna hang you in the media just off the fact that, nigga, you a Hall of Famer. And you a current coach. But do you think Chauncey Billups gave a fuck about that? Hell no. The illicit lifestyle enticed them to dismantle everything they worked hard for. So niggas could talk about niggas in the streets all day, all these niggas gang bang and all this and all. That criminality lifestyle, bro, is detrimental to our motherfucking future. We don't have the protection that other people have, that other races have. We don't have that protection, the comfortability of illicit backing that everybody else has. We don't have that. And the niggas that get caught up, you gotta think, bro, you've been doing this for 10 years, bro. Why you didn't stop? Bro, you was legit, nigga, balling. Good. Why would you do that? That's why I don't got no sympathy. But just like I could say that, nigga, the racism is strong in this case. The racism is strong, even though these NBA players, coaches, ex-players are guilty of being involved. Where is the guilt and where is the pictures of these Caucasian-looking motherfuckers? That's what I want to know. This ain't no race, hate speech. It ain't none of that, bro. I am saying, where is the Italian mafia members that are connected to this shit? Why their pictures aren't blasted all over the media? Why isn't the media speaking about their names? Shit's crazy.
He used to have 100 lotto bags in the trash. Pull up beating like a gorilla on a midget. Nigga must have forgot. When I seen him, I got right on him. Like the Metro, hop right on him. Nigga went to sleep and woke up brand new on me. No caption, it's facts, I immediately cut ties on him. Kept it 100 times 7. All the time with him, blowing fa la la out the sunroof, riding with him. It's 7 a.m. I'm on wiring blocks, damn near 40. Still run a nigga down and put the mop on. Always put myself in position of where the money at. Type of nigga slide to a bag, never ask for a bag. Boy, I hang with troopers, killers, gorillas, and squares. Whole pack of piranhas, lions, tigers, and bears. Niggas start passing, not noticing how you looking at me. Same team, nigga, if I'm winning, you supposed to be happy. Been broke more than 7 times, I'm ass brand new. Kept a big tree trunk, knock a nigga lung loose.
Yeah, man. Shout out to my boy Babu, man. Yeah, but even though I could blame Chauncey Billiups, I could blame all the players, I blame the media for running with the notion and plastering those that are involved in the NBA. If this is the news, when we talking about a criminal indictment, where's the rest of the criminals? That's what I want to know. Where the rest of the criminals at? And I feel like this is unfair. They just had a drug seizure in Philly with the Italian mafia, like 500 pounds of meth, fentanyl, coke, heroin. We ain't hear nothing about that. Yeah, man, you gotta have them all over the news. Man, they criminals too. Blacks ain't the only criminals. But why is it that Chauncey Billiups' face and the rest of the NBA players that's involved, why they faces is the only faces plastered on the media? It's not fair, man. And that wasn't by accident. Don't believe that was by accident. That was for sure by design. That was for sure by design. But man, you know, go ahead, drop it in the comments, man. Let's talk about it, man. Whatever y'all want to talk about, man. Go ahead. You know, I ain't been on live for a minute. So, you know, King, whatever you want, you know what I'm saying, to talk about, you know what I'm saying, drop it in the comments, man. But I just felt the need to have to speak on that because I don't want people to forget the other half of this indictment, because the other half of this indictment is deadly. It's serious people. These ain't no run-of-the-mill, just getting their feet wet gambling people. These are people that, you know, kill people for snitching. And this is what I want to bring to the forefront, because if the other half of this gambling scheme is that deadly, why we ain't knowing the faces? Given the history of this of this organization. We know people done came up, done disappeared, being on cases with the mafia. It's well documented. So if we dealing with some people that's dangerous, I think the world should know who they are. Not just the organization. Put a face with it. Because y'all not just saying NBA players are involved in the gambling scheme. Y'all are saying their names and putting their face in it. Y'all not lining up these Italian mobsters right along with Chauncey Billiups saying these are the masterminds. No, y'all not. It's unfair. The blame is the weight is not being shared here. And that's the media fault. Every time that you go right now to YouTube, you go right now to the news, you put up NBA indictment, NBA player gambling indictment, you will not see no pictures of no Italian mobsters. They'll say the names of the organizations, but they're not giving you no pictures. Why is that? Why is that? But again, though, man, you know, Chauncey Billups, Jones, Rozier, all them niggas committed a crime, bro. And it's not a crime that you be like, okay, you know, you trying to get some chip. Like, nah, you threw your whole career away for this crime. You fucked up the generational wealth for the family for this shit. Like, nigga, the whole shit with Meech, Big Chuck E. Cheese coming home, aka Big Meech coming home, taking pictures with Rick Ross, fucked the whole thing up for his son. These are grown-ass men that choose to fuck up the generational wealth, bro. When they was already secure. Already secure. I have no sympathy, bro. That's not a story of, oh, the white man was holding me down. Nah, the white man holding you down now for sure, nigga. Because your dumbass got caught. He couldn't hold you down before because, nigga, you was head coach, nigga. You had income coming in, nigga, sponsors, all that. All that shit out the window now, nigga. For all of them. The Italian mob ain't got no sponsors. Them niggas is an illegal entity. Specialized in criminality. Who has more to gain here? And they still went for it. I mean, I really can't say that they're liars, you know, because I could call them manipulators. I can't really call them liars because, you know, they are lying about the situation, but they're more manipulating the situation than just lying. Because I can see if they would be like, oh, man, you know, you accused of woo-to-woo. Nigga be like, oh, no, man, you know, I just took him out just because. Now, when you manipulating the situation, you know, nobody's asking you about it. So there's no continuation of lying. But when you continuously, knowingly do things, that's manipulating. And they manipulators. I just think now niggas is just getting a taste of what the NBA has become, man. You know, just like we see in the NFL. Nigga with Patrick Mahomes, what was that, last year before last? The nigga ran right past Patrick Mahomes and hit the other nigga. Shit be rigged. It ain't no you know, questionable thing like could it be? But niggas see shit time and time again. Niggas miss this man and get this man, and you feel me? It's just like, but they don't do that to them. They don't do that to the NFL players. Why? It's a lot of white people in that motherfucker. It's not a lot of white people in NBA. Yeah, man, I don't even watch sports no more because of the fuckery and the bullshit. I just don't, man. And then they saying that Chauncey Billiups helped him take $7 million. Now, just imagine all the people that lost at Chauncey Billiups' house. They for sure finna tell. They for sure finna tell on that nigga. Chauncey Billiups finna get it bad. Cause you gotta think, nigga, you told me, oh yeah, bro, it's cool, come on over, nigga, you know, play cards, you know, woochie woo woo. But nigga, the whole time, you set it me up. You set it me up. It's fucked up. So they gonna snitch on Chauncey Billiups because they gonna say they didn't have nothing to do about that. They didn't know nothing about no ring, no see-through tables, none of that. They gonna put it on Chauncey Billiups. Chauncey Billiups gonna have to tell something. Cause if he don't, that boy going to jail. That boy going to jail for a long time. Do you think Chauncey Billiups finna take that long vacation? Nope. And that's the fucked up part because now it's either Chauncey Billiups snitch on the mob, risk getting whacked, or keeping his mouth shut and going to jail for some years. Chauncey Billups fucked any way it go. He in a catch-22. Then you got to think about if Gilbert Arenas' name is going to come out with giving up Italian Mafia names. I'm going to tell you like this. When Chauncey Billups get fired and you stop seeing him, that's when you know he rolling over on the mafia. He gonna be in witness protection. If you stop seeing Gilbert Arenas, because he said he's not going to jail for nobody, niggas gonna be in witness protection. That's their best bet. But they famous already. What can they do? Where can they go? Y'all know what it is. Y'all know who it is. Man, it's your boy Pharaoh, the guy, the man behind the voice to keep your bitch voice. It's the I Got Five Let's Talk podcast hosted by yours truly. Make sure y'all tell a friend and tell a friend and tell another friend and tell another friend. Share, like, and subscribe. Don't hide. And like we always say, take care of each other. And if you can't do that, take care of your motherfucking self. We out.